Britain is about to witness the birth of robot wars.
This is Robot War. So are you ready for it?
Ultimately decide whether they emerge as winners or losers.
Robot wars is back.
Are you ready for it?
As you've just seen, this show is bound to be a belter.
Roboteers, stand by. From Bournemouth in Dorset, the #1 seed, Razor.
Listen to the reaction. They're back, the UK champions.
You're up against Wasp.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You're also up against, who can I see there, Raging Reality and Brutus Maximus. How do you feel about Wood?
We're terribly scared.
You're not
Weird.
at all.
Gleaming and preening, nimble and quick, aluminium and steel, a vicious hydraulic, piercing, crushing beak jaw will start bright in a unique way, but slowly. Is that a weakness?
Roboteers, stand by.
In the control pods, together, Wasp there on the left, team captain Rob Williams and Brutus Maximus, led by Joe Justina on the right. And the bearded Ian Lewis, captain of the champions, Razor on the left, Raging Reality, captained by Nigel Paget on the right. There's a killer lot of the house robots in the arena, with the Crusher and Sergeant Bash and the Flamethrower.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
What a dramatic way to start Heat 1 of the Sick Wars with the reigning champions, Razor, there at the bottom of your picture, turning to have a go at Brutus Maximus, but chased into the corner by Raging Reality, getting away, spinning once again into the safety of the arena centre. There, the big, ponderous machine, Brutus Maximus, and taking on Razor once again, and Razor trying to get in there on one of the tyres, and what was that being flipped? Wasp went into the air, but look at Razor crushing in here on the tyres of Brutus Maximus, which surely has not long left to survive. Seem to be deflated. There's the team captain of Brutus Maximus trying to get more out of his boy Joe Justina. Wasp is on its side. Now Razor trying to take on Raging Reality. Back comes Brutus Maximus. Only 2 survive this first melee. Wasp seems to be out of it. Razor pushing against Raging Reality, which is now caught between a rock and a hard place. In other words, between Razor and Sergeant Bash, but he's still trying to gain momentum. Brutus Maximus, we saw there, is still alive, just trundling through the top of your picture, but Razor has control and a clutch on Raging Reality, and once again going for the vulnerable spot, the tyres with the crushing beak. Just saw there the back of Vinnie Blunt's balding head there in the control pod. Sergeant Bash looks on, so does the ref pod. Brutus Maximus a little bit lopsided, but still trundling. Razor's had a go at all of them, it seems to me. Where's Wasp in all this? Oh, overturned, over and out. Over to you, Sir Killalot, I would have thought, for the Wasp boys. We know there's no sting in there. And we know the end of the tail is nigh for Wasp. Buzz off and out of here. And fly away to fight another day. It looks gruesome. Now there's Raging Reality, and a little flip from them on Brutus Maximus. Razor had a look. Brutus Maximus, can they overturn? Wasp, we know, is finished. Oh, look at the shredding, though, of that drill. And there's the pit release button. Down goes the pit. That's been activated out there on the arena. And they want someone to go down in the pit. You see the sparks from the arena sidewalls there? Another one of our weapons. And now you can see Razor in on those bicycle wheels we were telling you about. All along, that was going to be a weak link for Brutus Maximus. Sir Killalot also has a little bit of a feel and a grope. Very unpleasant to think about. So is that washing machine suspended above the arena. It's the ultimate of the arena weapons, the drop zone. More on that later in a wheel. Goes into the pit of oblivion. Off Brutus Maximus. 3 wheels left on their wagon. And they know where their journey's going to end. Well, on the flame pit right now. So burnt bicycle wheels. Coming to the arena with wooden bicycle wheels and petrol driven. What were they thinking about? And the ref bot is thinking about the count, and Brutus Maximus from Bradford are heading out. Smiles on their faces, 10 on the clock. They're out, says the crowd. Gone from the 6 Robot Wars battles in this first heat. The mayhem, though, goes on. Razor on Wasp. Down comes that great crushing bit. You see the holes there? Drilled in Razor. That is to cut down on the amount of weight they have in the arena. Up comes Brutus Maximus, and they're long gone. Raging Reality tossed them out of the arena. Reality's flippy, you know. Seats is caught. Wasp counted out. Rob Williams, Edward Kelly and Chris Ford, you've gone. And we know now the team's through. Raging Reality and the reigning champions, Razor.
What a way to start the new war. Razor, the reigning UK champion, the reigning world champion, up to his old tricks. Raging Reality flips out Brutus Maximus. Raging Reality and Razor, they go through.
From Bournemouth in Dorset, the #1 seed, Razor.
From the left, Vinnie Blood, Simon Scott, Ian Lewis, twice world champions.
From North Hickenham in Lincoln, Cyrax.
There's the Cyrax boys, Paul Wilcox and Ryan Pettifer.
Roboteers, stand by.
And here, for the first time ever in Robot Wars, the giant new house robots, Mr. Psycho and Growler, weighing in at over 1,000 kilos between them. Mighty, menacing, fearsome, formidable.
Three, two, one, activate.
Razor, the #1 seeds for this series of Robot Wars, come on the attack. They say they suss Cyrax out. Is that a weak link in there? Then behind that flipper, they seem to want to get the crushing beak in underneath that front flipper of Cyrax. Cyrax also has the axe, the pickaxe. But Razor can attack just about anywhere, it would seem. And they're already clawing their way through the purple pyramid and ripping it open. Cyrax will spin away, can get up to 12 miles an hour, weighs 100 kilos, 4 kilos heavier than Razor. Down comes the little pickaxe, the electric pickaxe. A little jab, it was tentative, it was worried, it was nervy, and no wonder they're on the flame pit. And Razor is penetrating and puncturing. They want Cyrax down in the pit. There's a scratch. There was Ian Lewis at the controls of Razor. They know where they want to drive Cyrax in towards the crushing jaws of the Growler. They can crush at a pressure of 4 tons those gnarling, snarling jaws. Push and shove. Growler to Razor and back again. And poor old Cyrax is the bone in this particular tussle and tug of war between the two dogs of war. Craggy old Growler and sharp as ever Razor. Cyrax got away for the moment. Oh, please don't go there. Don't go towards Mr. Psycho. The Razor was, there's Vinnie Blood pointing something out. Some tactics. There's a man who once wrecked Razor at a charity event with his frivolous driving, Vinnie Blood. I don't think the other team members, Ian Lewis and Simon Scott, have ever forgiven him. But this is a controlled display against those Cyrax boys. Mr. Psycho, 600 kilos away. Oh, down it comes! The huge 30 kilos club. And literally smashing Cyrax to pieces. It comes down. Why are they laughing? Look at this. Oh, an off game. A little bit of the blinking light, I think. Yes, it did. Away. Maybe it was the lens from the light. Down came the club again. It's a thrashing, bashing machine. The mighty club is poised high, like a pendulum of doom. Look at the great crevasse ripped out of Cyrax by Razor. Can anything stop Razor? World champions 2000 and 2001. UK Series 5 champions. They've won just about everything we've thrown at them, Razor. And they come back for more! They've been toppled though by Cyrax! Is this a sting in the tail of this heat? Are we about to have one of the great Robot Wars upsets? Let's look at this again! Razor, were they over-complacent, overconfident? They're over. Toppled over. They've got a unique self-righting mechanism there. You see the great wings go out, but it's slow. I wondered right at the start of the programme whether that was an Achilles heel. The sluggish pace of the self-righting mechanism. We call that a Shremek in Robot Wars. Up it comes finally, Razor. They're relieved. Vinny Blood looks very relieved. Did you see that? I thought he looked most nervous there. Almost as if he sensed Razor had thrown it away. But if it goes to the judges, surely they've done enough to earn that decision. I think it will go to the judges. Ooh, they are relieved.
And the judges have made their decision. A bit style, control, damage and aggression. And they've gone for Razor! World champions, UK champions. Get on. What a hell of a winning streak, aren't you?
No.
Oh, you're always pessimistic. You always think you're going to break down in the first round.
We push it so hard, we're going to bust it. They had a tough machine. It was very hard. Kept running, got a good flip on.
Nice Mr. Psycho, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, very good.
The axe is terrific, you know. I said to Simon, cool, that's a bit handy, you know. It's whacking away, real sharp, fast movement. The fastest axe I've ever seen.
You got past the second round. Yeah. Let's see how
Pretty
far
good,
you can go. Ladies and
go.
gentlemen, let's hear it for Razor!
Bournemouth in Dorset, the #1 seed, Razor.
The crowd favourite, the almost invincible-looking Razor. Can anyone blunt the edge of Ian Lewis, Simon Scott and Vinny Blood?
Hugglescote in Leicester, Raging Reality.
They've been here before with Nightmare and Spirit of Nightmare. Is it the stuff of dreams for Nigel Paget, Lee Summers and Malcolm Summers?
Roboteers, stand by.
Matilda, for the heat final, enters the arena for the House Robots. And Shunt with the bulldozer blade.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Razor starts as red-hot favourite, but with the flipper, Raging Reality could get lucky. If Razor is overconfident, but it's got a grip already. Inside Raging Reality as the flipper came up, Razor took advantage, got the beak into the very innards of Raging Reality. That was what the Reality team feared. They're brilliant drivers, the Razor boys. They may sound confident, they've got every reason to be so. It is a hugely powerful, destructive machine, and they know what they're doing. Straight there, look, onto the tyres of Raging Reality. Up to 12 miles an hour, the Raging boys can generate fairly neat speeds. 16-year-old Lee Summers, Malcolm Summers and Nigel Paget, the weapons operator, the captain of the team. Razor, a little nudge. And see there on the right, Ian Lewis with the beard. Again coming onto the attack. Don't forget, the winner of this heat final goes into the series semi-final. Just trying to prise open a gap there. They're trying to get that beak in and they're succeeding. Slowly, inexorably. Just weary. Raging Reality to defeat. Can Raging Reality come back? Remember, we'd almost counted them out against Tetanus 2 in round 2 of this first heat, and they came back. But there's Matilda's flywheel, and look at the grate. Oh, split in the side of Raging Reality. Matilda's flywheel wrecking havoc. Razor pushing them to the flywheel. That was crucial, and look at that. Metal shards ripped off, tossed out of the arena. Raging Reality's wheels now left exposed to Razor's crushing beak. The CCC factor we talked about. Crushability creates chaos. And Razor moves away as Raging Reality is left on the pit and Razor depresses the pit button. There is no motor left in Raging Reality and they slip slowly out of the picture. Razor. Unbelievable. And the run continues. The first heat victors are the reigning UK champions. Razor.
From Bournemouth in Dorset, the #1 seed, Razor.
A part bird, part reptile destroyer.
Is it hysteria setting in?
Oh, most definitely.
Nerves?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I was being a bit optimistic there, wasn't I? Have you had a good look?
Oh, yeah, yes. You know me, don't you?
I know, so simply a matter of what first?
The speedo, actually, in the front, yeah.
Okay. But the
I don't
front,
mind. I don't think it
But
is.
the front is also where its disc is.
That's right. It's just a little nibbler, isn't it?
It's got him this far, his little nibbler.
He's done all right, actually.
An aluminium and steel chassis, has speed, is nimble, a very powerful weapon, but the unorthodox self-righting mechanism takes its time.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the Razor team. Vinnie Blood on the left-hand side, Simon Scott next to him, and then Ian Lewis, the captain. And there's the Wild Thing, Adam's family, Nick and Isabel. In the arena is Growler for the House Robots. Yawning or barking, and Sergeant Bash too.
3, 2, 1, activate.
What a fight, two of my favourite all-time robots. Wild Thing dashing away up to 12 miles an hour top speeds. Razor turning, just trying to get the feel for Wild Thing. And they have them in their grip, and down comes that hydraulic piercer and slices through the armament of Wild Thing. Isabel Adams at the weapons control of Wild Thing. Student, loves her singing, loves her drama and films. This is dramatic stuff out there. Razor, at the weapons control, we just got a glimpse of Simon Scott. Now a full-time robot here, and why not with this machine that is world famous. So is that team, the Razor boys. They now try a push of Wild Thing. Razor 96 kilos, just the lighter of the two. This is grip and grapple stuff out there. And Wild Thing is trying to hold on so that Razor can't get the crushability factor into play. They're also trying to slice with that front cutting disc. There you see it beginning to turn, but they can't get a purchase on Razor. Razor has them within its grip. There are the exposed tyres we talked about earlier. This is very edgy stuff. Who is the more aggressive here? Is Wild Thing pushing? Is Razor dragging? Is the Wild Thing blade, we can hear it there, scraping the metal of Razor, causing any real damage? Is Razor's beak powerful enough to crumple through that Wild Thing armament? It's very close, but the tyre's about to go, and has gone. Punctured by the Razor beak, so the manoeuvrability of Wild Thing severely curtailed. Nick Adams at the controls, a self-employed electronic model supplier by Jay. And Wild Thing, not a model finalist at the moment because Razor looks to be halting its progress at the series semi-final stage. Can Wild Thing yet come back into it? Because I think that damage to the tyre could be decisive if it goes up to the judges. Not great control or style by Wild Thing onto the flame pit, bumping away. If it is beaten here by Razor, it gets another chance in the semi-final. It goes into the loser's melee. But I just wonder whether it's sustained too much significant damage here, Wild Thing, from Razor. It wasn't the most emphatic Razor performance we've seen, but it was steady enough, grisly in determination, and almost inexorably, Wild Thing was pushed, shoved, clawed, beaked towards defeat and the bitter doom. Razor certainly through to round two. You'll get another chance in the loser's melee. And there the pirouette, of course.
Right, Dan Tomkin.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Well, I know Mike Lambert quite well because obviously as Roboteers have to get practicing outside of Robot Wars. We don't just turn up at the event, we all get lots of driving practice. And Mike, despite being a newcomer to Robot Wars, is one of the most experienced Roboteers there is. He's had tons, literally hundreds of fights, so we know he could well be a handful for us.
So what you're doing now is saying to us, if we lose...
We've lost to a good machine,
Okay.
which it is. It's
Which is
proved
fair
it already. You know, he's seen what he's done to other machines during the heats.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Have you done your inspection?
I've done my inspection of the machine and I know where everything is. There's a couple of nice tasty gearboxes in there.
But what's your weakness as far as they're concerned? What can they do to you, do you think?
Well, if they do get a flip on us, they will do their best to keep on us and bundle us into the side, and then it's sort of 50-50 as whether we can get up.
Be interesting to see you go out at this stage. We'll be watching your faces if you do.
Roboteers, stand by.
The underdogs, the unseeded Dan, Tom Keir, Michael, Daniel and Stephen. And the reigning champions, Razor, Ian Neil, Simon Scott, Vinnie Blood, Sir Killalot's in the arena. Ooh, dear. Gruesome menace. That's not all. Look at that. Mr. Psycho.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Can the unseeded underdogs create one of the greatest surprises in Robot Wars history? Or will Dan Tom Keir's impressive run end right here and now? They try a flick, but Razor's already got them gripped with the part bird beak, part reptilian jaw. And this is the way they grappled with Wild Thing in the first round of this series semi-final. Razor getting in, fighting at close quarters to prevent being flicked. But Dan Tom Keir shoves them against the arena sidewall. Razor very low ground clearance. Dan Tom Keir gonna have to go some to get in underneath, and Razor's got them again here. They don't seem to be able to crumple down through the armament though of Dan Tom Keir Razor. And this is a difficult battle against those Dan Tom Keir boys for the reigning champions. I think they punctured them. Yes, they have. Or is that just a dent? Maybe it's just a dent, you know. I think it is. See if we can get a second look at it a bit later on. There's Daniel Lambert, the weapons officer of Dan Tom Keir, teenager. Razor in underneath. Again, low ground clearance on Dan Tom Keir. Named after Michael's 3 children, Michael Lambert's 3 children. Razor's beak has been a role model for many a weapon in Robot Wars, and finally crumpling and piercing. It is immensely powerful, the hydraulic piercer of Razor, and it's pushing Dan Tom Keir slowly into submission. Now, what damage is it doing as it cuts through there? Pushed onto the arena, side angle grinder, but Dan Tom Keir away. The winner through to the grand final. Razor again, off! Look at that, just crumpling down and preventing the Dan Tom Keir flipper working because of its awesome power, Razor. They simply can't get the weaponry working, Dan Tom Keir. And Razor has been once more monstrous as the hammer comes down of Mr. Psycho. Ooh, Razor, get away from there, I would. Push Dan Tom Keir into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, and bang! Down came Mr. Psycho's hammer. Now Dan Tom Keir pushing Razor back towards a Killalot. This is intriguing stuff, because Razor are not through yet, not by a long shot. Dan Tom Keir right back in the fight.
Cease.
And it goes to the judges. They don't look too confident, or do they? Judges deliberate.
Well, the judges have made the decision. We all know the criteria: style, control, damage, and aggression. They've gone for Razor! On the block, but they pushed you all the way.
Yeah, went the distance, which was excellent, and in fairness to them, we were on their flipper at one point. If they'd fired it, they would have got us end over end.
Really?
And I was yelling to Ian, off the flipper, off the flipper.
Yeah.
And he just got off in time.
It's a good machine.
Yeah.
I've seen this machine go before, and it's you know, for a new coming machine, it's a really good design. You can see that there's good thought put into it.
Yeah.
It's usually operated really well, but I know you suffer a little bit from the nerves. And I think
he does get a bit nervous.
Yeah.
You can tell when you're interviewing him. He's like,
It's sort of long in the tooth now. So me and Simon kind of chilled out a bit, and this time we're pretty chilled out, so it's working quite nicely.
All right, guys, good luck. Raise the roof, go ballistic. This is Razor!
From Bournemouth in Dorset and #1 seed, Razor.
Can anything stop this long unbeaten run?
They're very accurate with what they're doing. Don't hide under the table, please. What are you doing down there?
We're afraid of who we might have.
Are you afraid of terahertz?
Oh, yeah. No, that's wrong. We're really frightened.
Are you frightened of terahertz?
Yes.
Are you two stay under the table then?
I don't care.
It's pathetic, really.
You know me, yeah.
Sorry, I
These
just
wusses,
got
these
you with
wimps.
damage cam.
They're wimps, aren't they?
It's all right. It's see-through. You can see all the bits
That's right, I've
before you
seen all
get
the
them.
bits.
It's
Yeah.
polycarb.
Yeah.
You can get through
Pick and
that.
choose. It's just like window shopping, isn't it?
11-mile-an-hour top speeds. The front ram draws an opponent on. The hydraulic beak pierces and crushes accurately. Weaknesses? I can't see any, really.
Roboteers, stand by.
The reigning champions, Razor, Vinny on the left-hand side, Simon Scott and Ian Lewis, the driver and captain, on the right, and terahertz there. John Reed driving on the right-hand side. Dominic Parkinson with the glasses at the weapons control. There in the arena for the house robots is Shunt with the bulldozer blades and the axe, and Sir Killalot with the lance and the great grappling pincers.
3, 2, 1.
The first battle of the grand final of Robot Wars, the 6 Wars, and Razor, the reigning champs, twice world champs, on the assault, on the attack. The terahertz weapon cleaving thin air, but with a metronomic beat. And look at Razor, already crumpling, already ripping and tearing through that polycarbonate armour and straight into the heart of John Reed's machine. And it lifts terahertz in the air. It comes crashing down, terahertz. If that axe can get a strike in on Razor, who knows? But Razor looks so dangerous, impregnable. Grapples terahertz. There you saw it draw the opponent on with the front ram, straight onto the beak. The weapons controlled by Simon Scott, driving the machine. Ian Lewis, Vinny Blood, of course, so vital as the Razor team look on with another victory in sight. Terahertz unseated, and the brilliant run comes to an end, and Razor march on. So close to another title now. You had to go down, John Reed, they said, and he did.
What a fantastic fight! Terahertz, the unseeded robot, out of the competition. Razor, the world champion, the reigning UK champion, are through to the grand final!
I don't know how we do it.
You're in the grand final?
Yeah.
Again. It is an amazing winning streak you've been on. When's the last time you lost?
Oh, years ago.
Vinny's got the stats
on. I'm the stat man for the team. Our last fight that we lost was in the UK Robot Wars, was the grudge match against Pussycat. And since the weight limit has been raised from 80 kilos to 100 kilos, we've had 21 fights in total, and that's the only one we've lost.
Did you think you'd be able to come this far again? Because, I mean, the competition is so much stiffer now.
It gets harder each year. We thought we'd be out probably in the first round.
Yeah.
Because there's the machines are so much more powerful. The armouring's harder. There's a lot of ingenuities on it. We never expected it, and we came here just to have fun. And enjoy the battles.
I reckon you guys thought you were going to breeze it again.
No,
You walk around the pitch so confident, you know, like that. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Razor!
The third-fourth playoff is out of the way. Now the one we've been waiting for. Razor against Tornado. And what is the secret? What have Tornado got?
You will never guess what's happened down here. This is absolutely unprecedented. You thought you knew the robots that were taking part in this. They've changed. Come and see what's happened. The Razor team seem to have added a little modification, which I'll show you there. An extra spike. But before we talk to them about why they did that, perhaps I should show you this. Do you remember the Tornado robot? It looks nothing like it did. They had that interchangeable weapon head that we talked about right from the beginning, and this is the weapon that they've chosen. But it comes with supporting struts, which might not help Razor's cause. Now, Noel Sharkey, judge extraordinaire, if you don't mind my saying so. Come here, come here, come here. Can they get away with this?
Yes, they can get away with it. I mean, it's been approved because they declared it in advance, you see. So it's been in the rules since the very beginning that we could have interchangeable weapons.
Yeah.
But there are just certain things about it that Razor need to know, for instance, before the fight starts, to keep everything clear.
You do what you need to do, which is a kind of a damage report, isn't it?
Do.
Yeah,
well,
okay,
they're doing a damage. Martin and Matt are doing a damage report. I'm just going to explain to them what counts as damage.
Do it, okay.
#1 seed, Razor.
Unbeaten in 21 battles at 96 kilos. Ian Lewis, Simon Scott and Vinnie Blood, and Razor.
The #12 seed, Tornado.
Looks utterly bizarre, to be honest, with that spinning disc. Andrew Marchant and David Gamble and Brian Moss know what they're doing, though. It's the surprise.
Roboteers, stand by.
We've got a couple of surprises in the shape of Shunt and Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1.
What effect will the spinning blade at the front of Tornado have? Already on the attack, on Razor, and Razor! On the backward step, it seems! On the back foot, Razor, or are they? They've come and grappled Tornado's extended frame. That frame necessary to support that mighty horizontal spinning disc. Razor has stopped the disc. The disc starts flying again. Razor has that extra front claw bit to the beak to try and stop the spinning disc. But for me, Razor's extra weaponry seems to be bent and buckled. And is it flapping in the wind? It grapples with Tornado again. What a final for Robot Wars, the Sick Wars. Intrigue, mystery, suspense. Razor trying to grab hold. Refbot, get out of there if I was you. Shunt involved as well. It's all going off in the arena, I can tell you. Tornado's blade has been silenced and stopped there, but it's pushing into Razor. Razor bows its beak forward, but it can't get to the very heart of Tornado because Tornado has protected itself with that framework. Look at this. Forget the Tornado spinning blade. We didn't see this happening. The framework has stopped Razor's attackability. Brilliance from the Tornado team. Can Razor respond? Do you know, I think that little hook thing on the edge of the beak is to try and get at Tornado and lift up the framework, but Razor aren't going to get a chance, are they? Because Tornado slams and bangs. In comes Tornado again. Is this the end of an era? Is this the end of the Razor reign as champions of the UK? They are being smashed into submission. They cannot get away from the arena sidewalls, and the red bot comes in, and all of a sudden, the clock takes on a lurid and awful hue if you are a fan of Razor. They cannot get themselves released. They are pegged in there, and Tornado, systematic in its pressure, in its desire, and in its drive. Finally, Razor is released. There, do you see the little hook? I think it was intended to get in underneath that framework, but Razor's game plan has not worked, and Tornado's has. Right from the start of the series, they boasted of the interchangeable weaponry. We've seen a pusher, we've seen the little spinning disc, we've seen a front wrap, and now we've seen the mighty spinning blade. And Tornado is finally pushed back by Razor, but is it too little? Is it too late? What a final this is. What heart Razor has. The sparks of Dead Metal fly onto the wings of Razor. Can they lift themselves and yet turn this battle around? They're trying to claw Tornado, trying to gain some purchase, but Tornado with that four-wheel drive, again, driving them back into the CPZ, pushing them into shunts, as it comes down. Razor and Ian Lewis know they've got a real fight now to retain their crown. Shunt lifted, Razor bashes down. They simply can't get at Tornado's machinery. They can't get at the exposed tyres with the beak. Vinnie Blood looks concerned. Razor now trying to build up momentum for another attack. How can they get beyond that lattice work frame? They can't get into the heart of the matter. They can't get into the eye of the storm that is Tornado. Razor trying to force its way back into the final. You heard the pit release button being activated. Finally, Razor has lifted Tornado. Can they take them to the arena sidewall and push them out? It must be their only hope this late on. Tornado's weight, a huge factor here. Oh, that they can't get them down the pit. Look at that, it's an anti-pit device as well. An APD, we have never seen one before. We've heard about them, we have never seen an APD until now. And there it is. It goes to the judges, what innovation and what drama. Certainly, Tornado think they've done enough. Or have they? Because I'm hearing that the Razor boys believe Tornado were suspended in the pit. Not above it, but in the pit. That's one for the judges to mull over. More twists and turns than an Agatha Christie. So close. The judges there are in the pits looking at the damage sustained.
This is damage. Obviously, this is new. This was perfectly straight.
The judges have made their decision. It's tense, isn't it? Are you nervous? Oh, they're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. We have a new UK champion! Guys. How did you feel when you walked around the pits and you saw what they'd done to their robot?
It's sort of pretty good, actually. I think a lot of the machines are going to develop that way, and there'll be interchangeable weapon systems that will develop. It seems to head that way. So, yeah, it'd be quite tricky, actually. It'd be good. You'd be bolting last-minute things on. Yeah.
Do you think your adaptation worked?
It did at the end.
It did at the end when you picked it up?
That's it. But it was just a little bit close on time. They were so close in the pit.
They're the 12 seeds.
Well,
Giant killing act.
They joined the sort of elite club, you know, the Chaos, the Panic Attack, the Razor, and all the other guys.
And now we got Tornado. Very gracious in defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the ex-UK champions, but still the world champions,